We are going to start with the next session, that is export through e-commerce, powered by GIA, the world's foremost authority in gemology. After understanding lab-grown diamonds and developments in gold industry, it's time to expand your business. E-commerce has opened a whole new world of markets. We are no more confined to just sitting in our stores and sell. The world is our market now. Through technology and e-commerce, you can reach your customers in any part of the world. How easy is it to start exports through e-commerce and increase your sales? What are the procedural formalities like documentation, finances, logistics, etc.? How to find a market for your products? To answer all these, we have a specialist team from the Gems and Jewelry Export Promotion Council to answer all these questions. I welcome Sri Sir Surya Narayana Rao, Regional Director, GJEPC Southern Region, to please come over the dais and his team to take over the session forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Very good evening to one and all. To start with, export through e-commerce. The moment we say export, then immediately what strikes our mind is large parcels, movement of goods from one location to another location in big trucks, or otherwise custom point, CHA running here and there for clearing customs, and then assessment, appraising, whatnot. And then after export also it doesn't stop. People run to bank and then they say shipping bill number is not matching, this issue is there, BRC not generated. All these kind of issues a person comes under. And they think, arey, export itna mushkil hai kya? Now export through e-commerce, again already export is such complicated, and now e-commerce, then the value of the shipment will vary from smallest possible value for the product which we manufacture and sell to probably one of the costliest diamond studded jewelry which we manufacture. Now when we make this, then naturally impending question will be what would be the cost of shipment, what would be the cost of custom clearing, and what would be the cost of realization through banking channel. There are a lot of issues in terms of being compliant and being following proper documentation for exports. So when we looked into this, there are a lot of policy gaps. So first what we did from council is we started addressing the policy related issue. We coordinated with a government and we came out with a proper notification for e-commerce. Once we have come out with notification, then our next activity was to look into the associated compliance and also the associated cost of transactions. And we have come out with a comprehensive e-commerce export solution for all of the interested people who wanted to make the export. And right from the beginning in this project, right from the discussion stage, the person who had been behind this in terms of draft notifications, attending meeting at the ministry, coordinating with different departments, maybe courier, post office, customs, and at last the product has come out properly. So all this has been coordinated and effectively done by Mr. Nitin Kandelwal. He is the Regional Director, Jaipur region. So he has come here with all the associated people who are going to be part of this important value chain. So I request Nitin Kandelwal to come and take over and share the presentation. And after the presentation is over, we will also be open for any question and answer. Mr. Nitin Kandelwal, please.
Thank you, Surya ji, and good evening to all. E-commerce. E-commerce is a word which has touched all of our lives in this past 2 years during COVID, when we were using it for our needs, our wants, everything. We were booking hotels, we were booking flights, we were booking our train tickets, maybe we can order our groceries, we are ordering our medicines, everything. So ordering a jewelry maybe looks like a challenge for us. Maybe we can think of that, whether jewelry can be ordered online, whether a buyer can buy jewelry by seeing the picture. Yes, it is happening. It is happening in India as well as outside India as well. So there are a lot of things which needs to be kept in mind when you are going in this business model and wants to expand your business through this e-commerce business model. One of the important thing which is required, so I will take care of, I'll just take 5 minutes of yours to give you an insight on what are the things which needs to be taken care of when you are starting, which needs to be kept in mind when you are starting your e-commerce business. And post that we will have some presentations wherein as Suryaji has mentioned that we have tied up with some of the stakeholders who will help us do this business. So one is a marketplace which is a well-known marketplace which can give you access in 190 plus markets and many million of buyers, 180 plus million of buyers. And second is a global shipping company who will give you, once the order comes from the marketplace, then that shipping of the product will be taken care of by that global shipping company, a logistic service provider. And once the goods have been shipped, post that how the compliance will happen, how the bills will be closed, export bills will be closed in, and how the payment can be accounted in your bank account. So that for that we have a very country's biggest bank, so we have a representative from themselves as well. And this is how we will take care in this seminar. Before that, so I am starting my part, that is what are the things actually which needs to be taken care of when you want to start your e-commerce business. So first and foremost, you have to have a product. So a product needs to be such that it is liked and it is in demand in that particular country which you are targeting. So just like as we see here, most of the people are focusing the domestic market, but yes, for international market, domestic kind of goods also works. But other than that, you have to have some products which needs to be sold to their native population. So there are, you have to make a product which is workable in that particular country. So once you have the product, then you have to have identify how you will take that product to the global consumer. So there needs to be a platform, maybe it could be a marketplace which gives you access to many countries because they have a very well established buyer base. Maybe like Amazon, eBay or Etsy or any other marketplace which are working in the international space, e-commerce space. So we have a tie-up with eBay, so eBay will be taking care of that presentation in their session. Other than that, you can have your own websites. Now people are also doing it through social media, Instagram, Pinterest. So you can have the buyers coming into your website through social media. So there are many mediums through which you can take your product to the global consumer. So then you have to identify which medium you have to take for your products. Third is when you have decided how the products would be, how you have to take the products to the international place, then you have to do a good photography, which is a must because that is the only way which the buyers see your product. They are not able to touch it, just like traditionally people were buying jewelry. So your photographs and should be that much creative and that much good that people get the idea of the complete product. They can see the product, all angles, the product photographs should be there. So we have to do the photography in such a manner that it gives a right idea to the buyer what he is buying, what he will be getting. Fourth is we have to understand that how the listing has to be. We have to give a proper description of the product, how many, what kind of product is, what we have to make some stories of around it, so that just like what we do in social media marketing. So those are the things which needs to be taken care of. Maybe Saurabh ji from eBay will be taking care of that particular thing, how to write a description, how to write a title, because people find it through the title. So you have to have the titles done right so that people can find out the item, reach out to that listing, and when views are coming to that listing, then definitely you will get some of those views converted into sales. Most important thing is you have to disclose everything transparently and correctly. When you are selling internationally, you have to be completely transparent. If it is 14 karat gold, you have to say 14 karat gold. If it is 925 silver, you have to say 925 silver. Whatever diamond color stones, whatever you have used, correct weight, correct everything you have to mention, because that is an important part. International business which is happening through e-commerce. So e-commerce is a game of reviews. It is very difficult if you sell a goods with wrong description and a person returns it, then it is your responsibility. It will create a bad impression of yours in the minds of him, and it will earn you a bad review. And bad review in internet of things is very bad. Actually, it is not required for any seller. So I would say transparently disclose whatever you are using. If it is CVD or lab grown, disclose that you have used a CVD or lab grown in a 14 karat ring. So disclosures are very, very important, because bringing those goods back in India will cost you, will have certain implication of duties. So that is a most difficult part of the e-commerce thing. So you have to have the things right. You have to disclose it transparently so that buyer gets whatever you are saying, whatever you are promising in your listing. So these are the things which you need to take care of. Other than that, social media marketing and promotions is an important aspect to bring in buyers. You have to promote it through, those are the additional things which you can do. So that is also required. Once you have the order, then a good packaging is an important aspect. So good packaging means the buyer gets the right product, the product intact. It is not it is not being destroyed, or maybe some diamond falls out during the transit. So that should not happen. So a good packaging, a sturdy packaging should be there. Then that packaging is the first impression of the product, which when the buyer receives that product. So it should be very good. The buyer gets the products, then when he opens it, he should be feeling that he is opening a very good product. And inside also whatever he gets as a product, that product needs to be made in a fashion with good quality checks which you have done prior. So those things are important. So you need to take care of that. Pricing, I'll touch upon only one aspect in pricing. So in pricing of when you are doing it, so in international, when we are selling it internationally, it is, and that to a consumer directly. So in consumer shipments, it is not sold like how we sell in India. That for gold it is this much price, so this much of gold, it is this much of the value of the gold, then diamonds is this much. So it is not sold like that. There are people sell it with tags, price tags. So in international circuit, when you are selling it in international markets to a consumer, then everything is sold with a price tag. So you need not to worry that how will I cover the cost of shipping, how will I cover the cost of banking or maybe a platform's charges. That thing will be taken care of when you are making your price tag. So it needs to be built in that price tag along with the profit which you want to make. The lesser you will, then definitely there are more chances of getting more and more number of sales. So that is how you start, and gradually you can then create once your brand is created, well known, gradually you can have a better pricing maybe likewise. So that can be advised by the marketplace how to do that. Your account manager will do that. So Saurabh ji will take care of that particular part. Logistics, Shipmax will be taking care of logistics, how that can be done. eBay also has their global shipping, so they will deal on that. So without wasting any more time from my side, I'll add as and when it is required. So now I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Vadva from eBay. Mr. Saurabh Vadva is manager acquisitions at eBay. So he's doing acquisitions for gems and jewelry segment as a whole. So he has come all the way from Delhi. So Saurabh ji, please present. आपका presentation दिखाइए sir.
First of all, a very good evening to all of you, and thank you Nitin ji and the member of SJS for inviting us. As Nitin ji already told you that exports, when we talk about exports, we always think that e-commerce में jewelry, it's a very difficult task because we are dealing in high ASP. And when we talk about other things selling online, that may be of low cost. But if we see why eBay comes into the picture, when we talk about the buyers who is sitting in outside country, might be you have a website, but he don't know you because your brand is not established over there. But as a eBay platform, because we are the biggest marketplace, buyer trusts us and we give the platform to sellers to sell their product. So that buyer is also happy to sell it and also seller is happy to sell it. So this model also gives a very like a platform. For example, we have offline malls where we have brands showrooms over there. This is like a online mall where your brand will be there and you are selling the products. So this will help you to go for overseas market. I'll cover the aspects of eBay, what we do and how we do and how we help you to export your products to the 190 markets. These are some of the quarter numbers. If we talk about, these are the numbers related to Q1 22. If you see the overall business that eBay has in that is 19.4 billion. That is a GMV. It is a total business on the platform which eBay has done in the quarter one. And if we talk about the active million of buyers, that is 142 million buyers are active which are buying from eBay site. And if we talk about the total active sellers, that is 19 million from eBay right now who are selling on eBay. And as already Nitin ji also highlighted, I am highlighting the same points. It is not only one market. To 190 markets we are covering, where obviously you are listing your product on US side. The person but who is sitting in might be UAE, Dubai or anywhere in the world can buy that product. So the market is open to the 190 markets. And if we talk about 51% international revenue, that means a US side has that revenue 49%, but the shipments which are going from different countries, that is as a international revenue, which is approximately 51%. So we are very ahead in the mark also on a business terms. So this is just an overview. It's just the eBay velocity, how quickly the products are selling on eBay. If you can see a watch, every 7 seconds, a watch is selling on US side. Every 4 seconds, a sneaker is selling on US side. This is the overall velocity, but I'll move to the jewelry one. So this is quite an example. You see there are fashion bracelets selling in 15 seconds. You see loose gemstones selling in 22 seconds. Might be you will not see the fine jewelry which is selling quickly because obviously that is of high ASP. But that is also selling a very vast in this market. This is the quickness how the people are coming on eBay and are buying on eBay. That's why we are displaying that these are the 4 major markets where we are covering the maximum GMV. First is USA, second is UK and AU and Germany. That are the most potential markets in terms of jewelry business as well. So what we are doing and what we give as a platform to a seller, what we provide as a service, these are the 3 main prospects of that. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to empower the economic opportunity. Like for example, I'm giving sellers a platform to list their product and sell to the overseas market and helping them to empower their economic opportunities through our channel only. And if we talk about partnership, we have a very partnership with seller. That means we don't compete with sellers. Like other platforms, if you see where, I don't want to name any platform, but in here, we don't compete with sellers. Then that means eBay is not selling a single product. All the sellers who are coming on eBay, they are selling the products. We are just a platform where buyers and sellers can come and meet and fulfill their needs. And the third, the scale of the market. Why I'm getting the scale of the market? Because with lot many sellers, like I said, 19 million sellers we have. There are vast range of the products, not only in jewelry. To be honest, when you will search on eBay, you will find the Ferrari also. You will find the Ferrari also which is selling. So it's like a vast category. Whatever you think in your mind, that is already available in eBay. That's why we call open marketplace, which has a scale of your business. So what support you are getting, how seamless activities we have for you guys. If we talk about, you have a local BT support. My team, just to tell you, my team will help you in all the onboarding process. For example, when you come on eBay, obviously this is an online portal, but you need an assistance where, how can you register, what are the things required, that my team will connect with you and help you for the onboarding process. So the local BT support will be there. Empowering the businesses of SMBs and MSMEs and brands. So this is the marketplace not only for the brands. We are actually capturing all the SMEs as well and MSMEs as well. So this is the way where we are giving opportunity to each and everyone to come our platform, which can sell and to product their product to the different markets. Enabling seamless experience, that I'll cover in the next slide. You'll get to see that how seamless we are giving the experience. Market research and insights. It's not like, for example, when you come on eBay, when you see there are product range which are selling, and every country has a different demand, and obviously you have a product range. We will sit you with, as a business consultant, we will guide you that which are the markets you can capture, which are the product lines you can capture, and which are the designs also selling in that market. Because might be whatever you're selling in Indian market, that would be different, but the demand of US is different. But the creation is with you, but you are not selling in Indian market. So that my team will help you to assist on that as well. Integrated eBay solution of payment, even though the shipping as well. So the shipping part, my colleague is there, he'll cover that. And if we talk about the payment solution, that is also with eBay only. So I'll just come on the next slide, you'll get to know what is the payment solution also. So before that, just to cover what are the selling benefits on eBay. First of all, the main benefit that you can sell globally. It's not only you are covering the Indian market, you are covering the world from here. It is a retail export you can do to the 190 markets that I've already said earlier as well. And if you talk about immediate payments, you will receive the payments, after that you will ship the product. So that's a win-win factor for a seller as well when we are selling on any of the platform. Low setup cost. I think might be it is a low setup cost, but why have we written low setup cost? Because mainly it requires your time, and I think time is also very money for us in today's world. Whenever I meet some big brands or initially a seller, they always ask, okay, I have an online offline business, I'll just kitni listing karni hai? They ask me such questions. अच्छा 100 listings करनी है, okay, I'll do 10 listings a day. मतलब 2 घंटे मुझे चाहिए, कभी भी ऐसा बिजनेस नहीं आएगा. You need a 24/7 over there. So that's why you need a low setup cost. With your laptop, you need a person to handle that. Because whenever you are selling, you have queries from the buyers. You will have questions from the buyers. You must be having the cases where your product is. You are listing the product on daily basis. You are doing different promotions together so that your visibility will be there. So this is a 24/7 task. I must say, whenever you are approaching for any online business, don't think of an hour or 2 hour business. Like you are giving your full time for your offline business, you have to give your full time for online business. But there is no setup cost because you don't have to show the physical inventory. That is virtual, and that can be made after the order, and you can send it across. Seasonal insulations. So what happened? Every country has a different season time. Might be the requirement in the month of January or in the month of December is high because that is a season time in US where we have Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. In January and February we have Valentine's Day. So there are different seasonal times. Might be in January and December the fine jewelry has a shipping business advantage. In other seasons like might be gemstone have a seasonal advantage. So this will be given you as a report also. And you also have a dashboard to check that where you are falling up. And obviously this will be the guidance from my team as also that what kind of products you should live in which season also. High profitability. This Nitinji has already covered that whenever you are listing the product, sometimes people see that there is a cost and I have a very less margin in gold and you are taking the shipping charge also, you are taking your platform charge also, how can I earn? But tell you, the profitability model is very high. How it is? Let me explain you the example only. Whenever you are exporting your product, for example, when you are doing bulk export, there are many intermediaries in between. What you are getting into manufacturing, then there is a buying agent, then there is an importer, then after that there is a wholesaler over there, then there is a retailer, then it is going to the end customer. So there are many margins which are coming in between. But as a manufacturer and exporter right now, you have a platform and you are getting to the end buyer. So all the intermediaries are cut and only you have to pay the shipping cost and the eBay fees. So when you calculate the profitability, because as per now, I cannot go onto the website and give you the glimpse of what kind of jewelry and how is the margin. When you go back or whenever my team will approach you, they will also show you the practical examples where you see that your margin is quite higher than the domestic market as well. Simple. Now it will be very clear from this slide only. There are three aspects. पहला होता है कि मेरा प्रोडक्ट बिकेगा कहाँ पे. eBay is the answer of that you can list your product and you can sell your product at that market. Second, मेरा पेमेंट कैसे आएगा, मेरा पेमेंट कहाँ से आएगा. So we have a payment gateway, Payoneer, which will be integrated, and obviously it's not like what they will do, you will be onboarded on that. Might be the amount which will receive that in dollars, the amount which you will receive that in euros, that will be in pounds, dinar, anything, but they will convert and give it to your account in INR, and that will be also immediate. That I've already cleared that. And if we talk about the logistics, so logistics I'll not short cover. We have a EGS service. We have different reputed partners over there who are giving the service of shipping that my colleague will cover today. Just to give you the glimpse that what are the focus categories from India right now. We have the major 5 categories actually: jewelry and watches, home and beauty, electronic, business and industrial, and clothing, shoes and accessories. If we talk about specifically jewelry, fine jewelry which is between $100 to $1,000, that has a maximum demand right now. That has a maximum demand. And if we talk about loose gemstone and diamond, that is between $20 to $250. That has a maximum demand. And also silver fine jewelry, where we see that $15 to $80 price band is quite high. And already I have covered this point that the major markets which we are covering, that is US, UK and AU and DE. So this is kind of a demand which is right now focusing from India, and these are also the emerging factors as well. So before I move to the another slide which is related to the eBay global shipping, I just want to add some glimpse that, like already Nitinji covered, that how e-commerce is helping the person to go forward. You know the back times. For example, if I talk about 2 years back when COVID came, everyone was like, what to do now? Everything was shut. That time e-commerce took that thing that everything was getting online ordered. We were also doing the same thing. And after that, we have also seen there's a boom in offline market also, online market also in overseas as well. So now, whenever people think to buy anything and they think of an online, and you know, I think how many people are sitting over there? 20, 25, or 30. I think no one has like phone which don't have the app of buying. Everyone has the app. So that's why the e-commerce platform is very positive towards the market, and it's not like eBay. There are other also. As I'm not, but it's just that eBay is giving you the solution of retail export. You can sell your product to the overseas market, and with the very convenient options. So with this, I just call my colleague Anand, who is actually taking the care of he's leading the shipping pod also from EGS. So he'll cover all the partners which we have for EGS and help you for shipping as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh ji. Very good evening for all. So I'll be covering the platform that we have on for eBay shipments, right? So now, while our Saurabh ji has helped you in getting the orders and getting a sales from, let's say, US or UK, you might be thinking how to send this product. I mean, which logistic partners gives best prices for you, right? What is the documentation requirements that is there? I mean, what happens if a shipment is lost, because it's very high value items when it comes to fine jewelry, right? All these questions will be there for you. So this is where we come. While he gives you best pricing, we will try to give you the best service and also the best costing, right? So yeah, so our platform is shipping platform where we're integrated with multiple logistic partners, and you can register with them on a click of your button, right? So you don't need to go anywhere. You can just need to register here. All reputed logistic partners there, like FedEx, DHL, UPS, Lexi, Paramex, and even now we have onboarded Shipmax on our platform. So you can register with all of them on our platform itself, right? And what happens from there? All the orders that you receive from eBay directly get pushed into this particular website. You can just enter the weight details that you have, or the HSN code, everything, and then you can select the logistic partner you have, right? Who you think is the best service provider for your own destination and your own item. You can just select by using our recommendation engine, right? Once you book the shipment, we also give you what all the documentation requirements are there, which you need to submit to the pickup guy who will come to your home. Right? You don't need to go anywhere. There is a free pickup service for all these logistic partners we have integrated with, and these logistic partners come to your home and pick up this and give a door delivery to the destination country. All this happens in a single platform. Other than that, once the shipment is booked, we'll also give you the tracking facility so that you will aware where exactly the shipment is. End-to-end trackable service will be there, and also every service we have has a limited coverage. I mean, let's say if a fashion jewelry will have an ASP of around $40 to $50. So our postal carriers are also giving you a liability coverage of $40. That means, let's say if a shipment is lost on their end, they will cover your product and they'll give you, if it is declared as lost, they'll reimburse the amount for you so that you will not have any loss here, and they will also not charge you the logistic cost they have charged earlier because it's their fault. And our support team, and we have a support team, in-house support team, and every logistic partner has their own support team who will give us dedicated supports to them, and we'll try to address your issues through them. We will have a dedicated, you will have more prioritized resolution, and if they are not getting right, if you are not getting right solution, we are there for you. Our in-house support team is there. We'll ensure that you get the right resolution on this particular thing. So other than that, in jewelry is a very vast category, right? I mean, there is loose diamond and gemstones, there is also fashion jewelry, there is also fine jewelry. When you say fashion jewelry, it's very low ASP item. The selling price will be around $30 to maybe $100 or maximum $50. So in this kind, the margins will be lesser. You cannot maybe go with an express service. So for that, we have a postal solution on our platform. Let's say if there is a fine jewelry, which is very, I mean, there are also products around $1,500, $2,000, even more than that, right? So for this, the sellers also expect, the buyers also expect more service from you, right? And also you need to have an insurance coverage for this product, because these are high value items and you cannot afford to lose them in the transit. So you need to have an insurance option. So we ensure that we have these kind of services on our platform for you. Right now for fine jewelry, we have two services on the platform. One is for fine jewelry, it's UPS we have. UPS has very faster delivery timelines. It's only 5 to 10 working days. It will it will pick up from your home and delivers within 5 working days. Almost 80% of shipments get delivered in 5 working days. Remaining 100% of shipments get delivered in 10 working days. So they cover at least $100 even if you don't take any additional insurance option. That means the item is lost, they are going to give you $100 with no additional insurance option. If you take their additional insurance option, which will be less than 1% of the cost of the invoice value, they will cover almost $1,000 of your product, right? And we recommend this kind of insurance is definitely needed because in COVID time, we have seen there is possibility that there is product might be lost in somewhere in the transit. So this insurance will definitely help all the sellers. So other than that, we have both duty paid and duty unpaid services. So let's say if a item is greater than $800, you need to pay duty in USA, but that is also taken care by the UPS. So on this, only loose gemstones are not allowed. You can ship studded gemstones and your fine jewelry. And then for fashion jewelry, we have leg ship service. Since it's a postal service, the costs are lower, but the delivery times are a bit higher. They also provide a liability coverage of around $40. Until $40, your product is covered. Beyond $40, they do not provide right now insurance option. But however, we are working with some other agents to get this option for you. So all these items are getting cleared in CSB5 itself. And you don't need to provide any valuation certificates or anything for this. I mean, they take care of all this appraisal part and there is no additional documentation requirement. You can just, we also display all the documentation that are required while you are doing the book shipment. All the doubts can be cleared while the process itself. We also have our resolution center where you can raise your queries and that will be answered by our in-house support team. So that's regarding shipping. In the world of digitalization, it's very much required that everything happens. Everybody is wanting that everything should happen from your home itself, right? So that's what we're trying to achieve here. There is no need of you going out of the home with the help of this solution we have. So from now, I'll call Saurabh again to understand what are the benefits we are giving for GJPEC members. Thank you.
So that I'll just cover. 3 basic situation of store. So what is store? Obviously you will not get to know that what is store. So just a brief about store also. eBay store and benefits. For example, the store charges first of all, which eBay charge, that is 27.95 per month. And for 3 months that will be free. For example, the $100 cost is saved by you from eBay. Because if you are a GJPEC member. So how these stores help you first of all? I was talking about earlier that there are promotions, there are marketing campaigns, like for example, you are giving a discount of 10%. How can you do that? You are giving a discount of $100 when somebody buys $1,000 product. You are giving a discount of buy 2, get 1 free. These all are the functions can be done by eBay store only. So this is kind of feature where you can utilize all these things. Also, with that you get the free listings to list the product as well. You can see the limits in 1,000 fixed price listings you will get in the basic store. There will be no charge for listing also. Third, you can categorize your products. I'll take an example. For example, I am visiting a mall. You see there are brands who have stores over there. And you see also the people who are on that tables to sell their products also. So when you will see the brand store, the focus will be over there because they have a categorization. This is men's segment, this is women's segment, this is kids segment. Then this also, jewelry has different things. Might be you have live 1,000 listings on your platform. Then when a seller will come, how will he identify that which he wants to buy? For example, you want to buy the rings, but if you don't have the categories of ring, then he has to go for 1,000 listings to check what kind of ring I want. Again, when you are creating a store, you can categorize your product in different segments. It's like, for example, you are dealing in silver jewelry, you are dealing in gold jewelry, you are dealing in diamond jewelry. So you can create three categories: diamond rings, silver rings, gold rings. So that will be like a easy search for a buyer, and the conversion is quick. You know, in offline market, how we please the customers. If I talk about jewelry, whenever I enter a jewelry showroom, the treatment will be different from a grocery store. Like earlier we were talking that grocery is also selling. How can jewelry be selling? Because the treatment will be different. Again, when I am entering a grocery store, I will not get that treatment. Whenever I enter a jewelry showroom, they will treat me like that. So we are dealing in high ASP. We should categorize this thing so that please to the eyes of customers. And how I can please, it's like I cannot put a single photo. You have the advantage to show your 12 photos in single listing. So different angles should be there. You can also play a video. That is also integrated in the system. So whenever we are selling high ASP, we have to create that credibility, and through store options, we can create that. So this is the first, when you are a GJPC member, you will be getting three for 3 months initially free. And there are other things also. I have already covered all the part that you can have the promotions, final value discount and everything that will be at the part of store. But I have covered all the main things which are actually for the stores only. You can design your store like this. Your all categories will be over there, all items will be shown there. This will look like your mini site also on the platform. So that will be very descriptive for all of you. So this is all about eBay, and why we say to partner to a seller, because we don't compete. We give you the platform to sell. We give you the platform to sell to the 190 markets, not in India only. So last point which I want to just cover on eBay. What is the requirement? For example, you must have the question that how can I come on eBay and how can I start the business? There is a requirement only of GSTN and IEC code. GSTN and import export code, if you have, you can come and start selling on eBay. You don't have to pay any single cost. You just need to pay after when this product is sold. Then we have a charges. Obviously, that will tell you when we'll have a personal meetings with you. But till the time we are investing a time with you, and what we want, you should invest a time with us. Otherwise, you'll not get the results. So the main focus on coming on eBay and getting the conversions is give your time, not that cost of the business. But if you're giving your time, you'll get the results ASAP. And till the time you are not earning, we are not earning anything. So our main purpose is to give the please to the sellers also, and the sellers can pass on that please to the buyers who are sitting in different countries and sell their product. So thank you. If you have any questions, please you can able to ask at the end of, obviously Nitin ji is coming up, ki band karo, aur ko bhi bolna hai, so I am just winding up. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you Saurabh ji and Anand ji for explaining about eBay. इस प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने काफ़ी बार सुना होगा वर्ड GJEPC. So what is GJEPC? GJEPC is the Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council. We work under Ministry of Commerce, Government of India, and we are the apex authority for promoting exports of gems and jewelry from India. So this is GJEPC, and we have 6 offices in India. For southern region is catered by our Chennai office. Other than that, we have our offices in Jaipur, Calcutta, Surat, Delhi, and our head office is in Mumbai. So this is Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council in just 2 sentences. Now, when you have the platform, listed your product on platform, then the most important part, which probably Anandji has also covered in his slide of eBay Global Shipping. So the most important part comes that you have to ship your product. So how to ship your product, whether it is through e-commerce or other than e-commerce, how to ship your product. So we have a tie-up, the Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council has a tie-up with Shipmax, who are a logistics service provider, and they are providing international logistics. So I am inviting their president, Mr. Vivek Sharma, to come on the dais and share his presentation.
Good evening, friends. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you, Nitin ji and Surya ji, for giving us this opportunity. It's a pleasure to be with you all here. आपने सबसे सुना, नितिन जी ने बोला how to pack your products, how to list your products, how to make your products more presentable on the website. Because as he rightly said, that a customer sitting in US or UK would not be able to touch or feel the product. The only way he can see the product through your website, through the pictures, through the photographs, through the packaging. Once all this is done, which was covered by Nitin ji, the final thing comes on how to ship your product. So we have been, Shipmax as a company has been in touch with the ministry, and I think the government of India has relaxed a lot of norms in the last couple of months, and now export is very easy for all the exporters who want to send their expensive jewelry as well as fashion jewelry. Fashion jewelry we've been shipping for the last couple of months without any problem, and fashion jewelry which has silver also is being exported without any problem from Delhi port, and we've been doing it under CSB 5, in which the customer can fill in all the details, the exact value, and it is cleared as a commercial shipment and delivered to anywhere in the world. So that is one thing which has started in the last couple of months. We've also done few trials in the last couple of months in which we have also shipped expensive fine jewelry, including gold. So the systems have been set up now, and shipments are now going, and we will be launching the formal product on the 17th of September. I'll just take you through the process briefly. So technically we are the first international cross-border logistics firm, the first Indian company. You've been using MNCs like DHL, FedEx, UPS and so on, but we are the first Indian company to launch this service from India to all over the world. The transit time is simplified, the process is simplified, the tracking is simplified. So it is an end-to-end solution for any customer sitting anywhere in the country. We pick up the stuff from his doorstep and deliver to the consignee, which whoever is sitting in any place of the world. So as I told you, Shipmax is the first cross-border LPAS asset-light carrier that creates a reliable and trustworthy shipping solution. Initially, we started with a technology company. Shipmax built up the technology first and started operations later. So a customer from the beginning has to just download the app, download our application, and then start shipping once all the documents have been uploaded on the portal of Shipmax. So it is technology first, then operations later. So the new product that we are launching on the 17th is called SPPJ, Shipmax Premium Prime Jewelry Product. In this, we'll be carrying jewelry, whether it is low value jewelry, high value jewelry, fine jewelry. Currently, the Government of India allows export under the CSB 5 mode, which is a commercial mode, only up to a value of 5 lakh rupees. We are also in discussion with the ministry, and we are trying to get this limit raised from 5 lakhs, because when you start shipping fine jewelry, the value may increase further. So the process is the shipment from the first mile, when it is picked up not through a routine courier. Like you must be ordering expensive watches or expensive clothes, so they don't travel by a normal courier. It is carried by a courier which is designed to carry critical shipments, expensive shipments like Rolex watch or similar items which are valued in lakhs. So the first mile is done by a carrier which is equipped to pick up such critical shipments, bring it to a hub in Delhi, We also provide insurance for all these shipments, and we provide the fastest delivery across the world using our own network. As I told you, we have exclusive express service for shipments booked under this service. We have insurance, which I told you that we have insurance. Once you put in the value of the shipment, there's a small insurance charge, and your shipment will be insured from pickup till the delivery point. In case something goes wrong, the shipment is covered, your damages will be covered. We have dedicated account managers for this product because this is a premium product, and as you would have heard during the discussions with Nitin ji and Surya ji, there is a huge market, and Indian jewelry is in huge demand across the world. So once this product is launched, I am sure there will be hundreds and thousands of orders going out, shipped through Shipmax, and we'll be providing track and trace for each step from the beginning till the end. So these are basic requirements, as I am sure all of you are aware. If you have been exporting in the past, so every exporter need to have IEC code, which is an import export code. They need to have AED code, they need to have a LUT bond, or they should have a GST purchase invoice. So when the shipments are moved, all these documents need to be uploaded on our portal. Only then the shipment can be processed to be shipped under CSV 5 mode. Now in the latest bill of entry, the customs, after much persuasion by the GJEPC, they have also included all these columns in the bill of entry, which is if you are exporting diamonds, the color, size, cut, whether synthetic or original, everything is there, and it can be inputted while filing the bill of entry and when we are exporting the goods from India. So all this is available. So once you fill in all the details, it will be very easy to export from India. And as Nitinji rightly said, everything from the beginning has to be put in order, so the export shipment delivers on time, every time. You can just have a look, all these details needs to be filled in when we create an invoice for any export shipment from India. I think my colleague Nidhi has already distributed brochures to all of you. So in case of any questions, you can always come back to me after this session, or my colleague Shivi and Nidhi are here. So we'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. So these are the regulatory requirements which needs to be fulfilled. Now everything is electronic, so the shipping bill is also filed electronically. So you need to also upload all your data electronically to the courier's website to generate the bill of entry. And specifically for gems and jewelry, the e-commerce, specifically the payment has to come in advance. We need to input and mention on when we create the order that the payment has been received through a website or any payment gateway. So payment has to come in, only then the shipment can be exported in case of gems and jewelry. The ministry is further refining the process, and to make it easy and to ensure that the true valuation and the correct things are exported from India, all these needs to be very, very clearly defined while filing the bill of entry and when preparing your shipping documents for the export shipments. Am I going too fast? Can you read all this? All this information will also be available on our website. So that's all from us. If you have any question and answers how to ship your export jewelry shipments from India, you can always connect with us. If you have any question and answers, we can take it up once after this session, or if you want to answer. You have any questions, you can tell it now.
Do you have a collection center from Bangalore as well? Yeah.
Yes, sir. We have collection centers from all over India.
Okay.
First mile is through a third party, so anywhere in India we'll collect.
Okay.
So the customer has the option to choose. If the jewelry is not very expensive, then we can pick up through a normal courier. But in case it is a fine jewelry, very high-end jewelry, then we have to arrange it through a specialized courier, which is a little expensive, but then shipment is secure.
For silver jewelry, that would not be a part of the SSPJ scheme, right? Silver jewelry.
Silver jewelry is currently also going without any problem.
No, but it won't require that SSPJ service. Like it requires.
It is your choice. It can go as a normal shipment also. It can go as a, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and for that also we require all the other documentation.
Documentation will be required.
Like the AD code and everything is required.
AD code, IC code, L2 bond,
Okay.
GST paid invoice or L2 bond. All these will be required.
Okay, thank you. Okay. But we have a pickup which will happen at our doorstep once. we-
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Done. My
Yes.
person is already creating an account with GJPEC right now.
Fantastic.
And thank you, sir.
Any other questions we have? Have you finished the session here? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
So now the logistics, through logistics, the goods have been shipped. The most important part is that we have to close the transaction. So in export, every transaction needs to be closed because the foreign currency has been received. So we have as Gyan Jewelry Export Promotion Council has a tie-up with ICICI Bank, which is one of the leading bank of the country. And ICICI Bank is offering some services to council members. So all of you, I would request to take care of that particular aspect of how to close the transaction, what are the documents required, how it happens as a paperless mechanism. So for that with us we have Mr. Bharat Wadhwani, who is regional head and based out of Bangalore only from ICICI Bank. So I request and welcome Bharat Wadhwani ji to give his presentation.
Production. So good evening everyone. I think most of the things have been covered till the shipment, be it listing on your e-com platforms and the shipping of the goods. But in international businesses, what we can call cross-border transactions, the regulatory angle comes on, majority regulatory angle comes on the payments and collections. So these are, regulatory bodies which are applicable for cross-border transactions. So be it your DGFT, RBI, and customs. Customs is applicable for goods. In your case, it will be goods, and STPI is applicable for software exports. And obviously, the International Chamber of Commerce, which are abided with some sort of guidelines in terms of which kind of Incoterms are to be used. So these are prerequisite requirement. I think some of these are already covered by our earlier presenters. So one most important thing is your import-export code, which is mandatory for exporting goods from India, which is issued by DGFT. Next is foreign trade policy, because foreign trade policy is dynamic. Today something is permitted, tomorrow it could be restricted also. So foreign trade policy is also available and it is regulated. So in some cases there are some restricted items where you have to exporter has to obtain the license before exporting it. Some important timelines on when we need to file the goods in the documents after exports. So one is document to be submitted to the bank within 21 days of shipment. That this is the regulatory guideline. Non-submission or non-realization of export after 2 years may have implication of caution listing of exporter. This may imply that in case if we have pendencies, the export license also can be cancelled by DGFT. Next is the export proceeds has to be received within 9 months. Now this may not be applicable because e-commerce is mostly fast moving, payment is very fast moving, but for you, if you are exporting, you should be knowing this. So these are the documentary requirement for cross-border transactions. So for, on regulatory angle, obviously AFIRCs, which is inward remittance certification, shipping bills, which is obviously issued by logistic partners, bill of entry as it was discussed, and realization certificate, BRC. Commercial documents, most of this will be issued by exporter only, be it invoice, purchase order, certificate of analysis or valuation, whatever we can say, and packing list. Transport document, again it's a logistic thing. So these are the layers how the chain flows in export bill regularization. So the first layer, if you see, that is nothing but it is, the payment or collection layer, you can say. How the money flows, that is the first layer. So when we receive funds, you intimate the purpose code, and then, it will be credited to the account. In your case, most of the, transactions will happen through NEFT RTGS under Vostro mechanism, which is in INR, in case if we are going through e-com platforms. And then obviously the EDPMS piece. The middle layer is nothing but a logistic layer, and the lower layer is documentation layer. So document submission, which I think we had already discussed in last slides. Yeah. So what happens is, till now, we used to face so many challenges. I mean, exporter used to face so many challenges because EBRC's issuance was papered before a few years. So now it is completely digital, and it is not consuming time at all. So all the export shipping bills, today it is digital. We call it EDP, it is available in EDPMS portal. And the charges of, bill regulation charges was also very, very high. This was the problem area which we have come across, and we have tied up here, and we have reduced drastically in terms of regulation charges and delay in bill regularization. So, these were the challenges which we used to face. Can you click the hyperlink, please? Excuse me. Can you click the first hyperlink, please? Hyperlink. So these are the major advantages of ICICI Bank, where, all export regularization can be, settled on digital platform. So your the goods movement, like which is available through your EDPMS portal, and the amount which we are receiving in terms of, for export proceeds can be matched. So if you can see, this matchmaking process is available on digital, that which shipping, bill is, is applicable for which amount. So that is available on online portals. Can we go back, please? Go back. So, if you see the process flow which was there earlier and today, there is a huge difference. Today, the shipping bills are generated through paperless. Now it is available for e-commerce platforms also, which was not there till December 2021. So all the courier shipping bills will be generated, will be available on digital platform from January 2022. This is the biggest change which has happened in this calendar year. And today, in e-com, the biggest challenge is you have multiple transactions happening on daily basis. It could be, 100,000 transactions happening on daily basis. So bulk regularization, so bulk upload facility is also available with ICICI Bank. And the regularization charges are also flat, which is not in percentage, which used to be there earlier. So regularization charges are also very, very minimal. So this is the advantage of ICICI Bank if I consider, standard process, where obviously the majority of the collection will come under OPGSP account only, which will be in INR. So once OPGSP account payment hits through OPGSP account, automatically your FIRCs will be issued. Automatically your FIRCs will be issued in ICICI Bank. This is the biggest advantage in ICICI Bank. And this is the FIRC which will be available for the regularization of the debt, which is not there in many of the banks. Back. And this is the benefit of all the GPEPC members. So, Trade Online portal will be available for you. There will be Trade One View dashboard which will be available, and there are various knowledge series which we run for GJEPC members. Free FIRS issuance for both ICICI and non-ICICI Bank customers if you are member of GPEPC. And there are flat bill charges which is discounted, heavily discounted, highly discounted, because the number of transactions will be more when you are transacting through e-com. Right. That's it. Thank you. So, these are the benefit of Trade Online portal which we have. It is mostly, all the transactions which are applicable to cross-border related, transactions, imports, exports are available online. All the transactions which you can, carry out, be it imports, exports, and BG issuances, available on the platform. So generally what we have in mind is when we handle the banking thing in online or digital mode, the first question comes out is safety. So this is completely safe. We have many of the big companies which are using this portal, and the safety is completely high. Auto generation of regulatory documents are also available through this platform. Dashboards, the customized dashboard are also available in this platform. The intimation of payment is there, and reminder can be set in the calendars. So this is how your trade online portal will look. Just you can have a look on this is the screen of the trade online platform. This is how it will look like: transaction status, exports, imports, inland transactions. These are key features of ICICI where the inward remittances can be settled within 1 hour. This is not there in the industry. The bank guarantee issuance, in case if we have requirement, can be issued within 3 hours. And outward remittances, in case if we have any outward remittances payment, can be done, completed, including swift initiation in 5 hours. So e-com runs 24/7, and when we do cross-border transaction, the watch will tick every time, be it night here or whatever it is. So we are also available 24/7 on trade transactions. This is the relationship team. This is support team which is available to you, where subject matter experts are there, and treasury team is there. Relationship team locally available everywhere. So this is one of the recently launched feature which we have come up with InstaBiz, where even if you want to avail loans, facilities can be availed through this platform, even if you are not ICICI Bank customer. This is again first in the industry. You can avail unsecured loans even if you are not ICICI Bank customer. So this is the recent upgradation which we have done through InstaBiz app. So this is it, Nitinji. We are open for questions in case if you have. Yeah.
A quick doubt I have is like currently, suppose I have a current account in ICICI Bank, so that has to be upgraded to a trade online account, or do we have an option by default we can change and convert into it?
So trade online is a feature which can be enabled in any account.
Okay.
It's a feature.
All right.
It's just ICICI Bank is providing this feature, or any other banks are also?
Trade online.
Yeah, trade online.
So trade online is available with many banks, but the number of transactions which are possible are much higher in ICICI Bank. So you may find this kind of platforms in other banks also, but all transactions will not be possible the way we have. So ICICI Bank is known for digital. I'm sure you must be aware about this. We have always taken initiative in on digital side of all, be it domestic transactions or cross-border transactions.
I think it was a lengthier session but very informative session, and people who are looking at, any jeweler who are looking at starting your business in exports or want to expand overseas, this is a wonderful opportunity to understand the nitty-gritties of it, and future expansion is definitely there when you want to get into exports or export through e-commerce. So I think minutest of the details also have been explained properly, and in future also I think if you have any doubts, all their contact details will be available with JAB, and we can get in touch with them. And regarding the bank, I just wanted one feedback is like, is it also possible for you to give us those free seminars in future to JB members exclusively, for them to understand the export procedure properly? Because I'm sure a lot of exporters who are already doing it from Bangalore might not be available here. So in future we might need those facilities. Thanks a lot. I would request the whole team to please come on the dais once. And a big round of applause for such a wonderful session. I also request Ketan Bhai to please come over the dais. ये आपके फ्लाइट आपका पक्का मिस नहीं होने देंगे.
thank you to GJPEC and Nitinji, Suryaji and everyone. We are a little embarrassed about the turnout. What has happened is people have come for the export seminar, but they got distracted with the jewelry. And another thing is, I think it was in the working day. We will definitely choose a better time and a place where, or we'll definitely, I think, better, I understood what is the process. We should be able to do it even online. So that time will be much more interactive and be much more better. So I know you came with high expectations. We also had little high expectations, but life. Let's go ahead and please accept a token of appreciation. Thank you.
I would request Ketan Bhai to hand over a token of love to Vivek ji. नहीं नेक्स्ट टाइम भी अश्योर आपको बॉम्बे से बेटर क्राउड मिलेगा. मिस्टर नितिन खंडेलवाल, सूर्य नारायण जी, मिस्टर भरत वाधवानी, Mr. Saurabh Bhadwa, Mr. Anand, Anand seems to be the most shy. Thanks a lot.